there is no button to lower the seats.
What?
Is this a real car?
No way. So there is a button to put those seats down. Guess where that is?
In the trunk?
In the trunk.
Oh,
This is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, my God, am I excited. I can't wait to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You got like the vibes. I'm going flying today.
I am flying today.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I was picking up on.
I'm flying after work, and then I'm going home, and then I'm shutting it down.
That's
Okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah. My wife and Gina are going out to dinner
Yeah.
tonight. They're gonna les out, Greg.
I'm taking my girl out for a little date.
Yeah.
A romantic
Do some
date.
drinking.
Yeah.
One
Then
thing
we'll
will
see what
lead to
happens.
another.
Yeah.
And then she's taking her downtown.
That's
There
right.
you are.
Yeah. They're gonna
exactly
eat at the Y.
Yup.
The only thing on the menu is clam.
Oh, yeah.
Kidding.
Love a good clam.
No, my wife's
Awesome.
birthday's next week,
Yeah.
so it's like
gotta take my girl out for her birthday.
yeah, because Gina's like, oh, I'm gonna get your wife something for her birthday. What do you think that she would like? I'm like,
Stanley mug.
she doesn't need,
Yeah.
she doesn't
More
need
stuff.
anything.
More
So you
Like
know
Bob
what?
says.
Yeah, more stuff.
She loves to socialize
Yep.
with girlfriends and stuff. It's just like meet up for lunch or a dinner or something.
Yeah,
like
we're
that,
doing a
so.
romantic date.
A wicked
cool.
Tierra.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
Hi, Wood.
There's Menace.
What is up?
We've got Gina Grad.
Hi.
Good morning, Seabass. There's Sammy.
Morning.
Phones are open. Morgan's taking your calls at 877-44-WOODY. You can send us a text over to 22987. We got the DUIQ coming up for this hour. The Dumbass Contest, your chance to win a prize on this Friday morning as we do whatever we can to get through the morning and into the weekend as quickly as possible. I'm going to start with my own fail story.
Oh, okay.
All right, so as you know, last couple days, Menace and I were doing the show from Dallas. We were there for some business stuff and meetings and things. And Menace bounced out early on an earlier flight because he had to get back for an event that he had yesterday afternoon, which was great.
It was awesome.
Thank you to everybody who showed up for that.
Huge.
And then, I finished up with all the stuff that we had to do and got my stuff all packed up and had another meeting or two before I left the building. And I go downstairs there at the radio station. I go to the garage and I pop the trunk to the super sweet Chevy Malibu rental that I had.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard to beat off all the
Talk about a
ladies on
vag
the-
magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to beat the bitches off with a
Oh,
stick,
you
Greg.
bet.
know it.
It was insane. Anyway, so I had all my stuff.
Yeah.
You've been on these, remote broadcast things where it's like I had all this. I got the keys in my hand. I got everything, and so I had to put like some stuff into my roller bag, carry on,
Yeah.
and so I got everything organized. I'm like, man, this is great. I've got plenty of time. First of all, the flight was delayed by about 40 minutes.
Naturally.
Okay.
Which after what happened, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
damn it,
That
Stanley.
ain't bad.
Stanley never made it.
No.
Nope.
From the office, but we made it. We made it work. This time it's like, man, this is going to be another creeping delay. Damn it. But so far, so good. This one delay seems to be this is going to be it. I'm going to have plenty of time to get to the airport.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh, it's a nice day. Take my jacket off, put it in the trunk, close the trunk, go to get in the driver's side door. It's locked.
Oh.
And I go, oh, you know what? Because when I had all the stuff in my hands, I put
Right.
my keys in my pocket of my jacket that I still had on.
Right, it happens.
So I go back to the trunk. Trunk's not opening.
Oh, no.
Everything I have is in the trunk, including the goddamn keys.
Oh my.
No.
So
No.
I unlocked the car.
Okay.
This crappy, stupid Chevy Malibu.
Mm-hmm.
And now nothing's opening. And there's no key lock because I'm like, oh, maybe I can call a locksmith.
Right.
There's no key lock for the trunk. It's just a button.
Yeah,
right?
just the little push thing.
So I called AAA. Now, shout out to AAA because I'm a AAA member. They were there within 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Love
Oh,
AAA.
So now that everything's locked in this car, and I'm thinking, damn it, now I'm going to miss this flight. Right? But no, they showed up within 10 minutes. I'm like, because I had plenty of time.
Right.
He gets the door open, the driver's side door, and this thing's screaming, woo, 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 because it thinks it's being stolen as if anybody would ever want to steal a Chevy Malibu, especially an all-white one.
Dude, it was clean, man.
Yeah.
The sight lines were awesome.
Anyway, so we get the door open, but because the alarm goes off, it disables any of the buttons in the car, meaning like the lock-unlock
Oh,
feature.
sweet
So I
Jesus.
can't hit unlock to unlock the trunk because it thinks it's being stolen.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So now the AAA guy and I, two fat dudes, crawling all over this car looking for the trunk release inside the car. Usually it's by, maybe to the left of the steering wheel or on the door somewhere. So, pop the trunk so I can put... The Chevy Malibu does not offer that feature.
Wait,
Ooh.
is that true?
It is true.
I think newer cars are like that, right?
No,
No,
most
it's just
cars have
this.
something you can pop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But this is just because it's a cheap, crappy Chevy Malibu.
Jeez.
F this car.
Hating's so hard.
Oh, it sucked. That car blows.
So what the hell?
So anyway, he's like, well, I'm sure the seats fold down. I'm like,
Yeah.
good thought. And then we can go on through that way.
That's what I was thinking from the beginning.
So we're looking all over the place. There is no button to lower the seats.
What?
Is
no
this a real
way.
car?
This is a real car. Menace, you say no way. I lived it, okay?
No way.
No way.
So there is a button to put those seats down. Guess where that is?
In the trunk?
In the trunk.
Oh, no.
Oh.
This is amazing.
In the trunk. So we're now missing my flight. It's because it's taking forever. We're on YouTube. We're looking up videos.
Oh my God.
I'm calling the rental car company. I go, look, do you guys have like the extra set of keys? Like, I'm sure this happens, right? Especially because this is
You have
what
a
the car
crowbar?
does.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought about that.
Yeah, just pry it open.
Yeah. Let me get like some street hoodlum.
Yeah.
And hey, can you
Pry it
come
open.
pop this trunk
If
for
you
me,
have the
please?
car insurance, you can torch that thing.
So anyway, I call the rental car company. Like, oh, well, let me check and see if we have the extra set. They call me back. They go, well, actually, you have the extra set because the other original set was lost.
Oh my.
So we're only working with the
one
only
set.
set of keys for this. So what the rental car company tells me to do, well, why don't you have it towed to a Chevy dealership? I'm
Would it
sure
work
they
for
have
them?
a way. I'm like, wait a minute. This is your car.
Yeah, what's going on?
I said, there's no way to blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you can just leave it there and just get your Uber or whatever to the airport and we'll come figure it out. I go, no. All my stuff is in the trunk.
Yeah.
So anyway, shout out again to the AAA guy. He found some other like hack video, and this is truly a hack because it's not meant to do this, where he borrowed this big long screwdriver from the building maintenance guy.
Oh, sweet.
Where we were, and we jammed it down in between, that shelf that's on the the back windshield where
Yeah.
people will put stuffed animals and
Yep,
stuff when
sure.
they're really classy.
Greg does that.
Yeah, and tissue box.
Stuffed this flathead screwdriver down in between where that shelf ends in the beginning of the seats, and I'm pulling back on the seats as if we're going to try to tear the upholstery off this thing just so he can see down there. He goes, there's supposed to be, hold on, there's a thing here. Let me, according to the video, okay, hold it, don't do anything. On the count of 3, I'm going to push 45 degrees to the left, and you got to pull at the same time as I push. All right, man? I go, all right, man, let's do it. Does it. We get the seat to fold down.
Release, yeah.
2 fat guys sweating in the back of a Malibu.
Nice. In a basement.
Dude, F yes!
Best
We're
day of
high-fiving. We're high-fiving the whole thing. Anyway, missed my flight.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Go to reschedule on a different flight. And of
luck.
course, they say, well, you can't do this online. You have to do it in person at the airport.
Yeah, I had that
Get-
happen last flight.
Get to the airport, stand in a 40-minute line just to get to a person at the desk who can help me. And of course, I get up there and they say, I'm sorry, but the flight's earliest I can get you on a flight is 8:30, 5.5 hours later.
Oh my God.
Nice rest.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So is that what you did?
Huh?
You took that 8:30 flight?
No.
Oh.
I surely didn't. But dude,
I should've known.
my stress level was through the roof.
I bet.
I'm in this garage. I'm yelling and screaming like a crazy person at this Chevy Malibu.
Oh my God.
And I'm pissed at the car rental place because they seem to be this is the other
Well,
thing.
from the beginning. The car rental place was a nightmare.
Yeah, I called to make a reservation because, as you know, going out, our flight was for Cocta, right? And so we ended up going to a different airport. So I canceled my original reservation. I rented from the place that was at the location we were arriving.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I thought it was weird. I wasn't getting a confirmation email. So I called just to make sure. They go, yeah, I don't have anything here for you. After I already made the reservation 5 minutes earlier on the phone with somebody at that same number I just called. So then I made another one. Like, well, I can help you out. Don't worry about it. And I go, okay, cool. I'll send you the reservation, the confirmation. Cool. Didn't get that one either. I'm thinking, is there a problem looking in the spam, looking at everything?
Is it your phone?
So where we were flying out of had this same car company. I'm not going to mention them because they ended up being pretty nice later after the fact.
Okay.
But anyway, so I go up to the desk. I go, hey, 2 emails now, 2 different reservations. Never rented with you guys before. Didn't get this confirmation email. Can you look it up? He can't find it either. He goes, I'll help you out.
Oh, no,
So-
please.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
Gets it? Fine. Okay, here you go. I did get the confirmation email. We arrive. I go to the desk to get it, and they go, I don't have anything here under your name. I go, are you effing kidding me?
You and rental cars.
Yeah,
I swear
right.
to
So
God.
so we get they finally. Oh wait, hold on. Somebody remembers. They look under a counter and it's like some stapled together piece of paper. Anyway, we get the super sweet Chevy Malibu and off we go, returning this thing to the airport because it's a smaller rental car company. I go, well, I'm able to drop this off here. I'm paying you a $50 surcharge to drop it off here. Where would I go about doing that?
Yeah.
And they go, oh, well, you go to the second deck of the parking structure at the rental car return facility. You pull into Avis. You'll see a return key box there and just drop it there. I go, okay, cool. Easy enough. Get to the Avis place. Don't see any rental return key box. I call them up. I go, hey, oh, yeah, we removed that.
What is
all right.
You were
happening?
just told to use it?
So now I'm in that area where like you can't get out because you can't go back over the spikes.
Right.
Yep.
And I go, what am I supposed to do with this car? They go, oh, no, which terminal you flying out of? I go, Terminal D. They go, oh, yeah, just pull it into the short-term parking and take a picture of where you left it and just put the key under the floor mat.
What?
Wow, this is a real
Wow.
Cracker
I
Jack
go,
squad.
Huh? What are you talking? I
Wait,
said,
so they
"Are-
told you to use the key drop box, but then
there was no
it's
key,
not
there was
there?
no key drop box.
The hell?
They removed it, I guess, recently.
Right,
So now I'm supposed to pull it into the regular garage, put the key under the floor mat. I said, dude, I'm not putting the key under the floor mat. 2 reasons. You know what I just went through. I'm talking to
Yeah.
the same person. You know what I just went through. You'll never get in here.
Nah.
I said, so I'll just then put it on top of the front tire. I go, I need some kind of insurance. Send me an email or whatever that says this is what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I will send you all the pictures because if somebody takes off this car, I am not responsible.
Yeah, we don't know who you talk to. That guy doesn't work here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This car is heavily desired.
Dude. So
Wow.
mega fail.
Jeez.
Ultimate fail.
Kudos for not having a heart attack. though.
Dude, just the stress level through the roof because it's just such incompetence and just it's stupid on my part, but also what a dumb design.
Right. That's
Hey
pretty
Chevy,
stupid.
get your act together.
I'm looking at a video, and what they're recommending is you take the back seats don't pop down from the inside, so you get, like in their case, a can of air duster, cram that in between the seats so you have a window to peek through, then get something with a hook on the end,
Okay.
fish that through, and pull the release from the inside. The
You
emergency
had
in-
all those tools, right?
Dumb.
Oh, that I guess that would have been one idea.
Yeah.
Or how about this? How about you have a trunk pop button
Like every
or
other
a lever
car.
like every other car does somewhere inside the vehicle?
Yeah.
Be normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. If someone's going to break into the car, like, why are you really excluding them from the trunk at that point?
Well, that's
like,
how the guys in San Francisco do it. Is they'll smash your window, pop the trunk, and then take your luggage.
okay, but if they really want your stuff, they're going to get your stuff, right?
Yeah, if you want your
So-
stuff, you have no way to get your
Apparently
stuff.
not.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
or how
Not if you have a Malibu.
No.
or how about the key, the fob is within within the confine of the car.
That's true.
And when that happens, you should be able to unlock doors.
Yeah.
100%.
And the fob should work for the entire car. Like it shouldn't be able to lock because the key is in the
Right.
car.
Oh, here's
Well,
the problem.
then-
Was it a 2005 Malibu?
It was a 2023.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Well,
2023.
let me tell you about the BZ4X by Toyota.
They would never let that happen.
I can leave the key locked
Yeah.
in the trunk, and I'll be able to open it, just
Yeah.
like you said.
Mhm.
Nice. Oh, let me tell you about the Tesla Cybertruck. A little bit.
Oh, by the way, here I will mention the name of the company. Go Rentals.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like one of those.
It's a smaller
Yeah.
rental car company, and they're supposed to be quote high end.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
they're
that
a
works out.
boutique company.
Yeah, because we picked it up at the place where we got the jet to Dallas,
Uh-huh.
so it's at those kind of that's where they rent from.
Right.
So it's to these like executive airports and
Oh,
whatever.
So it's supposed
Yeah.
to be high end.
Wait,
It is-
high end. Can I
yeah.
interest you in a Malibu,
Yeah,
good sir?
high end. Leave it in the garage. Take a picture. Send it to us with the key on top of the tire.
What?
Wow.
But can't get in the trunk.
Classe.
Oh my God.
Last time we
Asking me to
returned
tow it to a Chevy dealership. That's going to happen.
Because
I'll
you
set
work
this
there.
goddamn thing on fire before I do that.
Remember last time we returned the rental car?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Gina and Woody and I, and we were in the airport at this point, and you realized at that point, oh crap, we went to the wrong rental place, and I just left the car.
Yeah, we just walked away.
Oh, that's right.
It's like that wasn't the right company.
Yeah, because we switched up the rental car company
Yeah. Right.
from the one I normally use and the one I had originally booked because
Yeah.
we got the car that we really needed for that
Right.
many people. And
dropped it at the wrong company.
So yeah, I just dropped it at the one that
Walked
I was
away.
on autopilot.
Greg, you're
so I just
right,
called him.
though.
I said, hey, just go pick it up over here.
Woody has a lot of rental car stories. He left his phone
Sounds
in
like
the rental.
sounds like user error to me,
phone,
Greg.
the
He left
tax-
Well, it started
It
as
was.
user error.
It was
for
absolutely
sure.
user error at first.
His
left-
name's never on the list.
His name's never on the list. He left all his personal information in the glove department.
Yep.
Glove department. Yeah. Yeah, rental cars to me are what credit cards are to Menace. I can't tell you how many times, and I checked with Menace before we left, because every time we go and we check in at a hotel and he gets his reservation,
Everything's all good. Everything's fine.
he either doesn't have a credit card on him because he just uses Apple Pay and they don't accept the Apple Pay. You have to have the physical card, or Nacho is the one who made the reservation and this is under her name and you can't do that. You need to get her on the phone. It's always some kind of like
Michigan.
madness
Yeah, I know.
between the two of us, and we're a disaster.
Oh, for sure.
No problem this time.
No problem. Well, except for the rental car at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for you, though. You
No,
had a
no.
wonderful time.
Yeah, it was quite lovely.
A couple fail stories, though. Dude, earlier this week, U.S. Education Secretary Linda McMahon was speaking at this conference, and she was part of a panel discussion, and they were talking about AI and its role in education. Again, AI. Artificial intelligence. Keep that in mind as I play this clip and see where the fail is.
There's a school system that's going to start making sure that first graders or even pre-Ks have A1 teaching, every year starting, that far down in the grades. And that's a wonderful thing. Kids are sponges. They just absorb everything. And so it wasn't all that long ago that we're going to have internet in our schools. Woo! Now, okay, let's see A1 and how can that be helpful? How can it be helpful in one-on-one instruction?
Like steak sauce.
A1.
Yeah, A1 steak sauce.
A1.
Let's keep it A1.
She did the reverse World War 11.
Yeah. Hey, Bart, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's like from a top rope frog splash, like swanton bomb, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah, she definitely got concussed by a steel chair of the head or
yeah,
maybe
right.
hit into,
that's a reference.
steel ram.
Yeah, a frog splash is from a top rope move, and so is the swanton bomb.
Or it could be the concussion from her husband going through all those lawsuits.
Now,
maybe that.
Bort, the swanton bomb is from which wrestler?
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, that's right.
You.
I mean,
Yeah, nailed
Hardy,
it.
the Hardy Boys.
my favorite is the moonsault.
There is a school system that's going to start making sure that first graders or even pre-Ks have A1 teaching, every year starting, that far down in the grades. And that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Wonderful.
Sweet.
That is a wonderful
A1.
thing.
A wonderful.
Yeah. Let's see. This next one is from Philadelphia, where the Woody Show, proud to be heard weekday mornings on Alt 104.5. Philly is also where several pallbearers were injured when they fell into the grave while carrying a casket.
Oh, no.
It happened as they began to set the casket down. Of course, the whole thing is on video. You see the platform above the burial site collapse and just sends the guys plunging into the hole. Here's a family member whose son was one of the pallbearers. Now, he got knocked out cold.
Oh, God.
Because the casket landed on him and stuffed him face down into the mud at the bottom of the grave. So here's his mom talking to 6ABC. And by the way, this whole thing starts with the sound. You hear the structure collapse and everybody go falling into the hole.
It was just a horrible incident that happened in a bad moment. The casket laid on top of him and he was out like a light. His face was in the mud. The whole thing was trembling. It was like wobbly. It was unstable. It was all wet and soaked. I think that they should apologize. I think that there should be some reimbursement involved, being that the ceremony was interrupted. Nothing was done properly.
Yeah, so.
Fail. Oh, no.
She's right.
Yeah, she's
insane.
not wrong. Yeah.
Have you ever been a pallbearer?
Yes.
Damn,
It's so heavy.
It's so beyond heavy.
Yeah.
Like lifting a piano.
Need to make it lighter, right?
Here, I'll give you
If they could.
I'll give you one more. This is from France. And you know how they have those dudes who parachute in as part of like pregame festivities?
Oh,
and-
sure,
heck yeah.
Love that.
Well, that's what happened at this rugby match. The French Army paratroopers made their ceremonial entrance into the stadium. However, one of them had the misfortune of getting snagged on the stadium's roof.
Oh, no.
The game ended up being delayed for about 40 minutes, and the fire crews had to use a crane to rescue the paratrooper.
Fail.
And I made reference to this the other day because I saw this video, and this happened a few years ago. I looked more into it. But the video is hilarious. You got to watch it. You could type it into Google and find it very easily. But some Nigerian paratroopers, they were practicing for an Independence Day celebration.
Oh, dude, this is awesome.
And the goal The goal was to showcase their military's airborne capabilities.
Okay.
The Nigerian military. And there were a ton of these guys. They all jumped out one by one from the plane. Apparently have no idea what they're doing because they're landing all over the place. In trees,
cars.
smashing into signs at a shopping center. Here's one dude. He came down onto a bunch of parked cars, and
Why are they even doing this thing?
The alarm's going off because this guy just crashed into the car.
Oh no!
This is their military. Here's another one who smacked this. You know they had the big signs in front of shopping centers and stuff saying all the different stores that are in. This guy comes just like crashing right into that.
See the guy go, hey!
How dumb are you?